Hey, welcome to Maximum Bat Speed. I want to do a video here today about the heel plant. The heel plant is sometimes overlooked, but it's very crucial for a player to have an understanding of what should occur, you should be feeling during heel plant. And what I want to do in this video here is just use David Ortiz here because I believe he uses his lower body beautifully. He has a great heel plant. He has a lot of great things going on in his swing that I truly believe if you apply is going to help you tremendously, not only for power, but it'll also help you for a better bat path coming into the ball. And it's going to also, this video should help you in how to use your lower body a little more efficiently. So let's get started here. First thing I'm going to show you here on the left here is David here as he starts to get into his toe touch, and then he gets into his heel plant right here. Now pay attention what's going on. Now he's at heel plant. At this stage of the swing, this is what you should be experiencing or occurring in your swing. As you get to heel plant, watch what's going on. Right off the bat, you can see how he squats into his lower body. Okay, in other words, he doesn't have his legs very upright. Okay, in the top or the upper body, you want to have it more upright. You can see how his body is more upright where he has a tall backside. But when it comes to the legs, you want to make sure you're squatting into your heel plant. This gives you a lot of opportunity to use the ground correctly. Therefore, your legs will have more power. Now, as he's doing this, as he's squatting into his heel plant at the same time, again, I talk about this in my videos all the time, top hand torque resistance, the resistance of a swing, the top hand torque. Now what's going on as he gets into heel plant, the back elbow's pulling back and behind him, and you can see this is very obvious here, that you can just see how his body is just squatting down, and you can see the wrinkles in his shirt right now. You can see how everything right here, you can see it in his shirts, that you can see he's pulling back with his upper body as his lower body is starting to rotate. Now again, this is crucial. You can see here that again, as he gets into heel plant, and I'll slow this down for you, he's starting to get into heel plant right now. As he gets into heel plant, the lower body's rotating, but the upper body's working back and behind him. In other words, applying that top hand torque I talk about all the time. And again, at the same time, you can see here, and this is crucial, he's allowing his lower body to rotate into a squat. In other words, you can see that there's a lot of bend in his legs, like he's squatting into the ground as his lower body's working back and behind him. Now if we look here on the right hand side, pay attention what's going on right here. Again, right now he's not at heel plant yet. As he starts to get into his heel plant right now, you can see here, and this is again, you can see this very obvious right here, as he gets into that squat, you can see how his upper body's still pulling back. You can see there's some resistance. You can see it's very obvious here, and the way you can tell this is you can see how his bat is connected right to on the top of his deltoid area. And the reason this occurs is because what's going on right now with this swing, you have two things going on right now, and I talk about this in my videos a lot, is that your lower body mechanics and your upper body mechanics, even though they're synchronized, they're working separately. In other words, what the lower body's doing right now, again, it's working in one direction while his upper body's pulling back and behind him. So its lower body right now, again, is squatting down and starting to rotate while his upper body is still working back and behind him. Now if you grab a bat in your hand, try this. Get to a heel plant position, like you're squatting down. As you're doing that, just get to this spot right here. Don't do a full swing. Feel this. Feel you're getting down to that heel plant, and let that elbow work back and behind you. Feel that. And what should occur if you're doing it correctly, if you watch it yourself in a mirror, and again, this is crucial, your hands should be right here and your back elbow should be back here, not the opposite. Now watch, if we go on this other side again, to the left side here, you can see here what's going on with his swing right here as he's applying this, as he's getting into his swing right here. Again, it's very obvious. The hands are right here and the back elbow is back here. And again, if you're doing it correctly, if you're applying that top hand torque correctly, if you're using your lower body correctly and upper body, you should have angles like you see here with David Ortiz. Now, this takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, but I do want you to understand this, that there is a process, and the process is that the brain and the body take time to adapt to new mechanics, and this does not happen overnight. Now, I do online analysis, and I work with students all the time in person, and one thing that I found that just from the feedback that I've gotten from online analysis, that that the process usually takes a few months before a player really starts to feel very comfortable with this move right here and applying it to a real live game situation. Continue to work through the process. Continue to work through this feeling of that top hand torque. Again, I cannot emphasize this enough. The lower body, okay, the lower body's rotating as the upper body's pulling back and behind them, okay, and this is what should occur in your swing. And again, I'm here to help you if you ever need an online analysis, if you need a lot of in-depth information about building your swing, I'm here to help you. Get a hold of me. Give me a like if you learned something in this video. David Ortiz right here, again, applying that beautiful top hand torque. And again, watch what's going on. He squats into that heel plant as he lets his body rotate. The upper body still working back and behind him, and the bat falls into that beautiful slot right there, therefore allowing him to be able to hit a lot of pitches. And again, beautiful job here by David Ortiz. Beautiful swing right here, and this swing right here. And again, if you watch it from this angle right here, if I back it up, and you can see here how beautifully he uses his lower body, how beautiful he uses that top hand torque elbow working up to the height of the mouth. And you can see here with the beautiful contact points. Have a great day, and if you learned something, please give me a like. Thank you so much.